Hey there, I'm back, and this time I wanted to do a reading on Congress. Congress is supposed to keep the checks and balances on the president, and a list was leaked out, an email list was leaked out about what their worries are if the Democrats do take over Congress, or take over the majorities. And curiously to me, this list pretty much showed all the grievances of the things that they've blocked, of what the Democrats wanted investigations on. And it's all investigations on, like constitutional breaches, or it's about emolument clauses. It's about, misuse and abuse of public office. They wanted investigations into these, and the Republicans blocked the Democrats every single time. So in other words, the Republicans are not doing a check and balance on the president. They are protecting the president and all his wrongdoings. So the issue is that we have, in my opinion, we have kind of a broken government right now, and we have a guy who's in office, who's in the presidency, the executive branch, who's completely running amok with, authoritarian, tendencies, he wants to be a dictator. So, and he's marching forward on doing it, and he's doing it because the only reason why he's doing it is because Congress isn't checking him. The Republicans are just right there, which I think is a problem. We have a Congress that's just non-existent. Our senators, people on the Hill, they're just non-existent. This is why voting is so important. This is why everybody who is eligible to vote must vote. It is so important for you to do it. Don't let people, tell you that your vote don't count. Your vote counts. It's really important. Get out and vote, because we got to get a Congress that functions as a check and balance on the president. And if they must move into proceedings of impeaching the president, then they must do it. They can't just be sitting there protecting. And my gut feeling is telling me is the reason why some of these members of our legislative branches are protecting the president is because they've got some shady dealings going on too. And you know what? As much as we all hate, maybe not everybody, most of us, because, are not approving of the president, there's a reason for him being there, which is, to me, exposing all the corruption that exists within our government. The people that's been hidden in the shadows, it's all coming out now. So personally, as much as this is painful, this is necessary, but it also highlights the real importance of the American citizen. Each and every one of you must get out and vote. Get out and vote. That's just it. Get out and vote for the Congress that are going to do the will of the people, not the will to their corporate donors or to whatever. So I think the NRA with the Russians, I think that's going to become a little bigger. So anyways, here's my question. So I wanted to know, what is Congress going to do about Trump? Are they going to do anything? What are they going to do? I don't know. I want them to do anything. My hopes aren't very high. We've got a Congress that's not doing anything. One side complains, the other side obstructs or blocks every attempt to try to deal with justice, right? So it's not, I don't know. What is Congress going to do with Trump? What are they going to do about him with all of his outlandish behaviors? Are they going to check and balance this guy? Are they going to check him and check his power? Or are they going to just continue to let him run amok? What is Congress going to do? All right. Hopefully something. Hopefully something. We'll see. All right. Seven of Swords. Leaving. Troubled waters, trying to make it to calmer waters. Or leaving. This would portend to some of them expect to be voted out. All right. Some of them expect to be voted out. We've got the leaving card. The troubled travels card. The card that is a difficult emotional journey. All right. The past here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So we have fates. The fates are in play. Just like I was saying earlier. This is all fated. There's a reason why Trump is president right now. It is to expose what is wrong. Currently. Hangman. All right. They're not doing anything. Of course. They're in suspension. They're not doing anything. They're not going to do anything about Trump, according to this. All right. I mean, so the Hangman could also mean a new perspective, seeing things from a new perspective, or it could just be delays. And I really feel like this is just delays. I don't see anybody looking at things from a new perspective. The challenge, 10 of Pentacles. The challenge is money. Okay. They're donors. This is the challenge. They're donors. How do you appease the donors and how do you appease the people that elected you? That's their challenge. I don't know. I mean, if their donors are all those people that were for the big, the huge tax break for the rich, that helps no one but the rich, then they've appeased it, but now the donors want more. So I don't know if the donors want Trump out. So they're kind of stuck. So, the Four of Cups, an offer they don't like. So the outcome is offers they don't like. So this could very well be midterms. Many of them are going to be forced to leave. So, what are they doing about Trump? Absolutely nothing right now. All right, so let's build upon this. Let's see what happens in the past. So what's this fate? All right, the fate is them fighting and charging. Let me take a drink of water here. The fate is them charging. Is the Knight of Swords. Fighting. They're fighting. They're fighting within their own parties. They're fighting against each other. They're fighting on ideologies. One side is fighting to protect the president. The other side is fighting to bring checks and balances. But neither party are willing. It's like they're okay with fighting. Just fight. Get nowhere, but let's just fight. Because then it appears we're doing something. All right, so they are definitely, okay, so this is nurturing their agreements, nurturing their monies. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So they're doing nothing but nurturing their positions, their money, because they're now focused, many of them are focused on their re-elections, and many of them, probably more than half, are battling it out because they're going to lose, or they're battling out to keep their jobs. So this suspension of dealing with anything with Trump is not on their mind. So the will of the people, the challenge, there it is, the loss. The challenge is the end. Many of them are going to lose their seats, and the challenge is to keep their seats. The challenge is the death. So they're in a position, if they do nothing right now, it's going to be problems. If they do something, it could also bring problems. So, but they brought this all upon themselves because they did nothing. You have one side protecting the president when they shouldn't have been. They should have been checking their balance, checking imbalances. The only branch of our government that seems to be checking the balance of the executive branch is the judicial branch. The legislative branch, they're just rolled over and play dead. So change is coming. They know it. The challenge is to not be affected by the change. This is the fate. This is the fate card. So the fates are changing for many of these Congress people. And they're going to be sent packing. Well, they still do nothing. All right. In the end, after election, people are going to be celebrating because some of the people are going to be forced out. Does this mean a blue wave? I don't know yet. It looks likely, but it's not going to be if you don't go out and vote. It won't happen. You've got interference going on into our elections currently, and if you don't go out and vote, the other guy, the people we don't want in is going to be in. The corrupt people are going to stay. The importance is you got to get out and vote. Vote the corrupted people out, and you know who they are because they show it. I mean, actually, there's a senator in California who's been indicted. He's been indicted for misuse of campaign funds. Him and his wife. And he is still running for office. If he wins, that's a failure because this guy shouldn't be winning. He should be out because he has misused funds. And if people vote for him, that's bad. Get out and vote because only those people who are pretty much all about party will probably vote for him because he's like, it's my party, the other party's evil. That's kind of how it's the tribalism thing. But the people who are sane, which is, I'm going to tell you, which is to me, the majority of people are sane. They have to get out and vote. You got to, and that would be the majority of people. Get out and vote. Don't let these corrupt people back into office. Get them out. So, anyways. But it's going to be, people are going to be happy by the results. So, but now, my question was obviously to Trump. Oh yes, here it is. It's the getting away with things. Sneaky. Being sneaky, trying to get away with things. Making deals behind closed doors. Oh, I know what this is. This is the Democrats making a deal with Schumer. Didn't they just make a deal with McConnell to fast track some judges? The sneakiness that's happening. The sneakiness that's going on. It's literally to cause more issues in our government. The corruption is rampant. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel. It's the way that most of these cards usually read up to me. So the sneakiness is occurring in the past, the present. Okay, there's some celebration going on. Oh yes, okay. Celebrating life. But this is also to the people who are celebrating that feel secure in their position or the false sense of security. There's a false sense of security going on. Because, I mean, the next cup is this, right? So the 3 of Cups is the celebration. The 4 of Cups is the hangover. So they may be celebrating and thinking that they're secure right now, but we've got offers that they don't like, and we have leaving. So this is a false sense of security going on here. Challenge. Choices. Decisions. We have problems with decisions. Making choices. Getting sound advice. Troubles. Troubles, troubles, troubles. They're having troubles making sound decisions. Making decisions about what should bring to the floor. I mean, everybody's brain is upon elections. They're intent on not doing anything about Trump. They're having a false sense of security that, so they're having troubles right here. So Congress, and they're hopeful. Okay, so this is the hope of the blue wave. I'm positive this is what this is. The hope of the blue wave. Blue sky, right? This is the hope of the blue wave. The taking out the corruption, the people that are corrupted. So, hopefully, so what are the results? Page of Cups. There's going to be some emotions. Very emotional. This celebration is going to be emotional. So, I think this reading pretty much gives an idea about where their mindsets are right now. So my question was, what are they going to do about Trump? Right? That was my question. The answer, nothing. Where are their brains? Election, getting money, false sense of security. They have the fates running against them right now. This is beyond their control. This is happening because it's been put in motion. They are fighting and fighting, and that's what they're doing. It's like fighting. Because if they fight, they're like, people were like, well, we're working. We're just fighting with each other. Nothing's getting done, but we're fighting before we're working. It's kind of a weird thought pattern, but there's a lot of getting away with stuff. A lot of backdoor deals happening. So, challenges. Money, raising money. The Death card, which means change. There are definitely some careers are going to be ended at midterms. Some careers are going to be ended by the overarching theme of leaving and making decisions. That's going to be a challenge. The outcomes is going to be offers they don't like. Reflection as well. There'll be some celebration because the new people coming in. So is this the American people? Are they going to celebrate that the corrupt people have been left, have been taken out, and they're going to be celebrating the people coming in? They're hopeful. They're hopeful we're going to be able to make change finally happen, get the legislative branch to actually become functional versus the dysfunction that's occurring. So the Page of Cups would be the new word, the new, because pages used to, usually are the younger people. So I would probably say the younger people are going to be making a difference if they get out and vote. They're going to be a huge difference because they're not going to be as, they're more open-minded versus some of the older established voters. So the youth is going to be important here. So, but the overarching theme is the leaving. So here's an interesting thing. Congress is going to do absolutely nothing, right? Nothing. I think that they're thinking that they just want Trump to just resign. So they don't have to do impeachments. They don't have to do all this other hard work because, they're all about fighting and doing nothing about it. Just fighting just to make it look like they're appearing to do something. But I think that they would just like Trump to leave. Then they get back to some sort of normalcy. But Trump isn't going anywhere. Trump's not going anywhere. So they're going to have to take him out. Trump is too arrogant to leave. He really believes he does nothing wrong. He really believes he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He really believes all that. But Congress, still a do-nothing Congress, unfortunately. All right. Until next time, thanks. Bye.